Gotta get connected.
As a small business owner, I know the challenges of growing a business. One thing that can definitely help is technology and using the right technology. Today we're going to have a look at servers. We've got Seamus from Dell here to help us understand them. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you, Mike.
So let's talk about servers for a business. Why would a small business want to have a server?
So a server is really a gateway to a business, taking control of its data, taking control of its information, and enabling its business to really have a secure platform from which it can grow. So your notebook and your PC, these are products that are built to run, but not 24/7. You're not expecting them to do that. The server is a 24/7 product, so that you as a user, you just use the IT. You don't really worry too much about what's happening inside the box.
Okay, so let's geek out now. What are we looking at here?
So specifically here, we're looking at the T320, which is a tower server, part of the 12th generation of PowerEdge servers that Dell's recently released. This is a 5U box, single CPU, Intel inside, running the new Sandy Bridge processors. This server has a number of configurations. It can be 4 3.5-inch drives, it can be 8 hot swap 3.5-inch drives, or even 16 2.5-inch drives, giving you lower acoustic sound and much higher performance. Although it's an SMB, a small and medium business server, comes with a lot of enterprise features.
I think I, like a lot of small business owners, are concerned about the environment and also energy savings. What features do the T320 have?
There's a lot of intelligence that's really leveraging. It's quite a big jump in terms of technology. This has been a 3-year cycle, looking at customer inputs and delivering. And power and cooling and a reduction of cost of IT is a major driver. And I think also from an environmental prospect, if you can run it for less, if you can run it in idle when it's not working, it's a good citizen thing to do, and that's something we certainly support.
And so what kind of things would I run on this particular server, or what could I run?
So servers, in a sense, are there to serve applications, be that Microsoft Exchange perhaps, be that a SharePoint where you're looking for collaboration and sharing in terms of collaboration for the team. And you're able to apply policies and procedures within the PowerEdge T320, leveraging remote access through Microsoft Windows Server 2012. So this is able to hold, distribute, and service a whole number of applications for the modern business.
Seamus, one thing I noticed when we introduced the server into our offices was the collaboration. It was a lot easier to actually work on stuff together.
Businesses are about collaboration. If you're not collaborating, maybe your competitor is. So it's a very important core attribute for a company to have a solid IT infrastructure to support their business. It isn't the business in itself, it's absolutely a supporting environment.
A lot of businesses obviously have a peer-to-peer network. Is that enough?
In the previous world, maybe we had that peer-to-peer network. People had their own IT, almost had their own data. It's company data, but it's living on people's notebooks, laptops, smartphones, USB keys. So that's good, but there comes a point when it's not scalable, it's difficult to manage and share that information, it's difficult to protect it. What the server's going to do, it's going to bring a central point for communication. It's going to enable us to securely protect that information that was previously living in these disparate islands. It's also going to allow us backup and recovery, really important. If your data is the lifeblood of your business, it's going to be very important that it's there. We also have the opportunity for remote access. Remote access is very important, meaning we don't have to be physically tied to the server to work on it.
So as a business owner, I hear a lot about the cloud. Being able to access my applications and my files out in the cloud. A server kind of almost is like your own private cloud.
It can be, yes. It's also a gateway to everyone else's cloud where, we need a connection point. Maybe your second copy of data lives in the cloud. It lives somewhere far away. The important thing about that is, one, you can connect to it, and 2, you can recover from it. So your IT is definitely part of your link to the cloud, be that private, be that hybrid, or be that public.
Well, thanks for all the great info. Where can people find out more information about it?
So lots more information available at Dell.ca.
Thanks for coming on the show.
Delighted. Thanks very much for inviting me, Mike.
Well, if you are growing a business, you don't want to have to worry about technology. I did find when I introduced a server into my business, it helped tremendously as far as the sharing and collaboration and saved a lot of time. And as far as the backup, gave me huge peace of mind knowing that was all going into one central place instead of having to rely on a bunch of different people to do it.
Gotta get connected.